Let's cut through the noise. Not every woman deserves your energy, time, or commitment. Some women will uplift you, but others, they'll slowly dismantle your spirit, quietly, smiling as they do it. And the most dangerous ones don't announce themselves. They don't come with warning labels. They come dressed in charm, scent, and a disarming smile. They stroll into your world like a gift and leave like a storm. You think you're falling for them, but really, you're just losing yourself. Your focus, your peace, your self-worth, it all starts slipping away. Let's be real. A low-value woman isn't just not the one. She's a threat to your well-being. So how can you recognize her before she turns your life into a war zone you never asked for? In this video, I'm breaking down 6 hard-hitting red flags that tell you it's time to walk away, fast. Because men of value don't sacrifice their power for chaos that's hiding behind a pretty face. If you're ready to strengthen your mindset and protect your peace, hit like, subscribe to Psychology Insight, and let's dive in. Sign 1. She creates chaos to feel in control. There are some women who don't feel alive unless there's tension in the air. When life feels stable, they stir up storms just to feel something. Calm feels uncomfortable to them. It feels boring, even threatening. So they'll pick fights over nothing, twist your words, pull away for no reason, and watch how far you'll go to pull them back in. And here's the kicker, they enjoy it. You've probably heard the lines before. Drama keeps things interesting, or nice guys are too boring. That's not passion, it's dysfunction wrapped in lipstick. A woman who's addicted to drama doesn't want peace, she wants confusion. She thrives when you're second-guessing yourself, walking on eggshells, constantly trying to say or do the right thing just to avoid setting her off. That's not love, that's emotional survival. But here's your edge. You don't have to play the game. Step away. Watch how she either panics and tries to reel you back in, or disappears and blames you for everything. Either way, you win. Because peace shouldn't be earned through suffering. It should come naturally, based on who you allow into your life. If you're still with me, go ahead and tap like, subscribe to Psychology Insight. And let me ask you, have you ever been with someone who needed chaos just to feel connected? Sign 2, she's hooked on attention. You could give her all your love, stand by her through every storm, and still, it wouldn't be enough. Why? Because she's not chasing love, she's chasing validation. She doesn't want connection. She wants an audience. You'll see it in the little things. Social media isn't just where she shares memories, it's where she performs. Every photo is curated. Every caption is crafted to catch eyes, spark jealousy, or rack up compliments. When you question it, she'll deflect. I can't help it if people comment, or it's just a picture, you're being too sensitive. But what she's really saying is this: I need external validation more than I value your respect. She's not all in. One foot's with you, the other's still in the digital spotlight, fishing for attention from strangers. And when you speak up, suddenly, you're jealous or insecure. No, you're just aware. A high-value woman doesn't need the world to see her. She needs one man she respects to see her clearly. She's rooted in self-worth, not the dopamine hit of digital applause. If she's always chasing attention, she'll never fully appreciate something real, including you. And the longer you stay, the more you'll feel like a background character in her show. So ask yourself, have you ever felt like you were competing with a crowd just to keep her attention? If that hits home, hit like and subscribe to Psychology Insight. Sign 3, she never owns her mistakes. Here's a big one, she refuses to take responsibility. When things go wrong, she's never at fault. She sparks the fire, adds fuel, then steps back and blames you for the smoke. She cheats. It's because you were distant. She disrespects you. Well, you made her angry. She's broke. It's everyone's fault but hers, her boss, her ex, her childhood. It's a constant loop of blame. She never reflects, never grows, never learns. And the more you try to fix things, the more she'll twist the narrative until you start questioning your own sanity. Maybe you were too harsh. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. But here's the truth. It's not you. It's her refusal to face the mirror. A high-value woman owns her flaws. She takes accountability, learns from her mistakes, and does better. But a low-value woman builds her world on excuses. And if you stick around, you'll be buried under them. You'll become her scapegoat, her emotional crutch, the reason why everything falls apart. But you're not here to be her lifeline. You're here to grow, and you can't do that if you're constantly cleaning up someone else's emotional mess. Sometimes walking away isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Question for you. Have you ever found yourself apologizing just to end an argument you didn't even start? Sign 4. She manipulates with emotions, not logic. Not all manipulation is loud. Some women never raise their voice, never start drama outright, but they still control everything. How? Through guilt, silence, and emotional pressure. You'll feel bad for things you never did. You'll question boundaries that were perfectly fair. And you'll constantly wonder if you're being too much just for standing your ground. It starts subtle, a cold shoulder after a small disagreement, a hurt look when you make plans without her, even when you gave her a heads up. She says, "It's fine," but her vibe screams betrayal. That's the trap. She doesn't argue, she withdraws. She doesn't ask, she expects. And if you don't fold under the weight of her sadness, she pulls away even more. Next thing you know, you're canceling plans, changing behaviors, and walking on emotional eggshells just to avoid triggering her moods. Every time you give in, you're teaching her that guilt works, that silence is power, that she doesn't need to communicate. She just needs to withhold, and you'll bend. A woman of substance doesn't play those games. If something's bothering her, she talks. If she needs something, she asks. There's clarity, not confusion. Here's what you do. When you sense manipulation, don't fold. Call it out with calm strength. If something's wrong, I'm open to talk, but I won't guess, and I won't play games. And if she won't step into healthy communication, keep living your life. A man of value leads through strength, not guilt. Sign 5, she lives for now, not the future. A strong woman plans ahead. She's thinking long-term, about growth, goals, stability. But a low-value woman, she's all about the moment, no vision, no structure, no responsibility. She says things like, "I just go with the flow," but that flow often leads nowhere. She spends recklessly, avoids commitment, job hops with no clear path, and makes excuses for everything. "My ex messed me up, the system's broken, life's unfair," but you'll never hear her say, "I need to change." At first, she might seem fun, spontaneous, exciting, carefree, but soon you'll realize it's chaos in disguise. No savings, no stability, no vision. She laughs at discipline and mocks responsibility. When you talk about building something real, financial goals, personal growth, a future together, she tunes out or brushes it off. Here's the reality. If she can't lead herself, she won't build with you. You'll end up being her safety net, her backup plan, her emotional and financial foundation. And when things get hard, love alone won't carry the weight. A relationship without direction is a sinking ship. So before you invest in someone else's chaos, ask yourself, does she even know where she's going? If you've ever carried the burden for someone who refused to grow, hit like and subscribe to Psychology Insight. Sign 6. She doesn't respect masculinity, she challenges it. A woman who respects herself also respects the masculine energy of a grounded man. She sees your leadership, discipline, and calm strength as protective, not oppressive. But some women aren't looking for a partner, they're looking for control, and instead of building with you, they try to dominate you. You offer to lead, and she says, "I don't need a man." You set healthy boundaries, and suddenly you're toxic. You take charge, and she accuses you of being controlling. It's not equality she wants, it's power. Dig deeper, and you'll often find that this resistance isn't about you. It's about her own history, past betrayal, unresolved wounds, or beliefs that masculinity must be fought, not trusted. But here's the danger. If you keep trying to make her comfortable, you'll start shrinking. You'll tone yourself down, question your instincts, and lose your voice just to avoid conflict. Don't fall into that trap. Masculinity is not a threat, it's structure. It brings direction to emotion and peace to chaos. You were made to lead with honor, not to apologize for being a man. The right woman? She won't compete with your strength. She'll lean into it. She'll appreciate it, trust it, and grow alongside it. Because real relationships aren't power struggles, they're partnerships. pulling in the same direction. So ask yourself, have you ever had to shrink your masculinity just to keep a woman calm? If that resonates, you already know it's time to stop settling. If any of these signs hit home, it's not a reason to get bitter, it's a reason to get better. Better at protecting your energy, better at spotting the red flags early, better at walking away from what doesn't serve your growth as a man. The truth is, not every woman is worth your time. Your focus, your peace, your masculine presence, those are valuable, and the wrong woman will drain them, while the right one will multiply them. So protect your spirit, sharpen your mind, and keep your standards high, because when you know your worth, chaos stops looking like excitement, and peace starts feeling like power. If you got value from this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and drop a comment below. What's one lesson you've learned the hard way in relationships? I'll catch you in the next one. And remember, stay grounded, stay disciplined, and never beg for the respect you deserve.